So what I like about this is it's not your typical fanny pack. Your typical fanny pack is this large pouch with this thin little nylon web of a belt, and it flops all around, and it's generally catastrophic if you're carrying anything in there and actually trying to be active. This, on the other hand, I like to wear a pair of white earbuds, and I won't even have anything on there, maybe running without the music, and just tuck it in there. And then all of a sudden, I just look like a guy out for a jog. And I look like I'm listening to music, but I'm not, because I want to hear what's going on. I want to know what else is out there.
Your surroundings.
It's got a really wide belt, and it's got a lot of padding on the inside here to help shield you from the gun. It doesn't move around a whole lot. You adjust this thing tight, and it doesn't really play. It's actually far looser on me than it normally is, but it just sits right there, and it's stable. It's solid. You can also tell, if I get to a side profile, it doesn't stick out a whole long way. Okay, we're not talking about these big old pouches from the 80s, that go, "Hi, Mom," type of thing. It's designed to be a holster. It's designed to hold your gun as firmly and securely as it can. So, obviously, these little pockets here, just about dang worthless. However, when I'm going out jogging, I can fit
either keys in there or something.
Well, I can do a key to whatever, either my apartment or my car, whatever I've just left before running. Like I say, a key. I can't fit a cell phone in. Well, I can't fit my cell phone in here. But I can also fit my concealed carry permit.
Right on.
Just a little card, and there it goes.
What about like a fob, like a lot of these cars now?
You could probably do that.
Probably
like
one of them in there.
It's pretty small.
Lord Ruckus, I can read your text in his shirt. So it's a some 511 brand, and he's got, I don't remember the name.
Like I said, it's got a ridiculously long name. Personally, if you're looking at like ordering online or whatever, I think LA Police Gear has a lot of really good deals. Sean at LA Police Gear has always treated me well. But yeah, you can put your keys in there. Now, having said that...
But you're right, that wouldn't hold the whole key ring of keys.
No.
It looks a little bigger, I think.
Now, you've got the zippers right here, but you've also got these little speed tabs. Now, I haven't practiced with this one a whole lot. It doesn't work very well for me on this side. But basically, the concept is you pull here and just pull straight down. Now, I did that in slow motion. I didn't try and jerk it fast. But then you've got your pistol right there. I guess they can see it okay. I should probably be doing it with a blue gun. Now, the one thing that I've got a problem with this is I still haven't figured out a good way to use the speed tab and draw my pistol without muzzle sweeping my forearm. And I don't know if you want to pull down, then like, woo, like cowboy, hands off, one hand in the air, I don't know.
Now, you're holding it because it's about to fall out of there?
I am holding it because it's about to fall out. I'll go ahead and show. I carry with a light on there. I don't bother with night sights anymore, considering you can get a TLR1 for the same price as night sights, and this way I can identify my target.
Mm-hmm.
But because of that, the little Velcro loops inside don't hold it anymore. Now, if we're doing something more conventional, like it didn't have a light on there, you can actually just...
Oh, I see. So it's just because of the... I was going to say, that's awesome that it can hold a light, but it's actually designed for not to hold a light.
It works far better.
Gotcha.
And it's got another strap up in here, so if you're carrying a 1911, you can actually run it through two elastic straps, and then you pull out.
And I was expecting this to be like a giant flap that came down. I really like how it's in that front compartment where their grip is, but the muzzle is way up on the side of the bag, so really masks the...
Right. Well, the other thing is, see if I can stand up on my tippy toes. You can see on the flap. Nah, I can't wait. Okay, yeah, you can see on the flap, I got a spare magazine here too. So, I can pull out, and you can even carry a reload.
Right. And that, I call it crotch carry. Everybody can get both hands to that all the time, so it's actually not a bad place for that thing to be hanging.
So, I'm actually a really big fan of this thing when I go jogging. I'm planning on filming a YouTube video of this soon.
Right on. And we'll, of course, link to that. It's nice that I liked how you're able to, I don't know if anybody noticed, but you were not having to pay much attention to reholster. And that's always an issue for me. It's something that I look for in a holster, and I like that this one allows you to reholster fairly confidently there without having to look at yourself.
Yeah. Like I said, the number one things I like about it is it's well built vertically. Again, that thick belt. everything. It holds on there, and it doesn't have a lot of excess material going out, so you don't get that flopping or flapping. I've run miles with this thing, and now I get to run miles with a full-size 9mm with a reload. I'm not having to make any concessions. I'm not having to carry a carry gun. I don't have to run with something like this anymore, which I've done.
Sure.
You know, but I like now having this option of, okay, is it the coolest looking? Probably depends on how cool you are. I don't know. You can probably pull it off better than I can. But I like the fact that now I've got an option for carrying an honest-to-God gun.
Yeah.
So.
And now I see the Velcro on this side. Is it reversible?
Yeah. Yeah, you've got the...
so you could literally put the gun in the other way?
Actually, it works better, in my opinion, to have it...
Oh, I see. That would solve
like
the problem
this.
if you could use one hand. It's just a weird two
Well, because what happens here is this way I'm pulling away from my other hand, but what happens is I wind up getting hung up.
On the magazine.
Well, I guess it's the magazine.
That zipper won't go around the corner.
It doesn't pull as easily for me from that direction, and when I've been running, I don't think I had the other magazine, but when I've been running like this, with the gun on this side, it's made this zipper creep down a little bit.
I gotcha.
So what I found for me was a better solution was to go on the other side, because now I've got the weight, the free weight of the gun completely encased. All I've got here is the muzzle, which is extending into this pouch, and now I don't have any issues with the zippers being compromised. Probably not the best way. You know, I'm having to drive forward to get at it. Probably not the way they actually designed it to work. I just found that for me, it was the solution that worked better.
Well, I mean, compared to like an ankle draw or some crazy small the back draw, it doesn't sound like you're doing a lot of extra manipulation or anything really.
No,
that way.
and again, like I mentioned with the blue guns and practicing your draw,
Yeah.
practice over and over and over again until you get decent with it.
Now, since we've got the entire female population covered here, what would you? Do you think that's something you'd wear?
I don't know, when you're running, how secure is it? Does it jump up and down a lot, or can you fasten it?
Not when I tighten it down. And like I say, it does loosen up after a while. I would say once a month, I'll end up having to tighten it up a little bit. But pretty dang convenient, especially when I'm just being a bum, going down and checking my mail in my apartment.
Yeah, you don't look like the guy who's got a gun every time you check your mail or something.
No, I just, pull on some basketball shorts and a t-shirt and just make the gut, look at that dork with the fanny pack.
Well, I would think that even if it was concerned, like you had a giant phone like this or something that wouldn't fit in those pockets, you got plenty, like you say, a wide strap.
Yeah.
If you really needed to, you could put another accessory pouch or something on there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's even got, on this side, it's got a little loop, so I guess if you wanted to clip something on with a D-ring.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. It was only $25.
Oh, that's
So I figure that's a far better investment than rocking something, what they call Mexican style, just tucking it in the waistband, especially when you're carrying
especially running or something. Yeah.
So no, I really dig it. I recommend it in a big way. If you have an active lifestyle at all, it could really be, if nothing else. How many guns do you have and how many holsters do you have? We've all got that boxo holster.
Yeah,
and here's one that works for all of them.
Yeah.
So I dig it.
And based on your shirt, Lord Ruckus found it the 511 Select Carry Pouch, $25.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, and that was it. Select carry pouch. So, okay.
The guys and gals of GunWebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thanks for watching GunWebsites.com.